Let's begin with the last topic of the chapter, that is measurement of specific heat using mixing method and a calorimeter. So here we are using a mixing method and a calorimeter in order to determine the specific heat of a substance. Now first let us have a look into what a calorimeter is. So this wooden box that you are seeing is a calorimeter. There is a stand here and it has got a opening in the center. You can see it from here. So this is a stand through which we are going to pass a thermometer to measure temperature, and this is the lid of the calorimeter. It is removable and there is an opening here also. So through this stand the thermometer can easily penetrate into the calorimeter and we can measure the temperature. Now from inside the calorimeter looks something like this. It has got an insulating material to prevent the loss of heat. It has got a copper vessel here. This is a copper vessel in which we are going to take water. So it's a copper vessel, and here you have a stirrer so that you can stir the water and there is uniform distribution of heat. So in the calorimeter, that is in the copper vessel, we are going to take water, tap water. Suppose the temperature of tap water is about 20 degree Celsius. So once you take the water in the calorimeter and you insert this stirrer in it and close the lid of the box, introduce the thermometer also. Now what have you to do is you have to take a beaker in which you have taken boiling water. You have to boil water and bring it to 100 degree Celsius. Take a metal sphere, any metal sphere you can take, and introduce this metal sphere into the boiling water and let it be for some time. We will assume that since it's boiling water, the temperature is 100 degrees Celsius, and so the temperature of the solid, that is metal sphere, is also 100 degree Celsius. After some time, open the lid of the calorimeter and put the solid metal sphere into the water inside the calorimeter and close the lid of the calorimeter. Now what will happen? The sphere was at a higher temperature. The tap water that we had taken is at a lower temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. So there will be transfer of heat from the hot object, that is metal sphere, to the cold object, that is water, and the calorimeter, in the sense that is the copper vessel. So the hot object, that is the metal sphere, will constantly lose heat, and this heat will be gained by the water in the calorimeter and the copper vessel. This transfer of heat will constantly take place until the metal sphere, water in the calorimeter, and the copper vessel all attain the same temperature. So this is what is called as mixing method. Now let us see how we can calculate the specific heat. For this we need to see these formulas. Heat lost by hot solid object. In our case, we have used a metal sphere, will be equal to heat gained by water in the calorimeter plus heat gained by the calorimeter. So heat lost by the metal sphere will be equal to the heat gained by water in the calorimeter and heat gained by the calorimeter, that is the copper vessel over here. Heat lost by solid object, that is Q, will be equal to mass of the solid object into its specific heat multiplied by decrease in its temperature. We have seen this formula in the specific heat capacity, how we calculated it. So this formula we are familiar with, M into C into delta T. So mass of the object, specific heat, and decrease in its temperature. So if the metal sphere was at 100 degrees Celsius, obviously after introducing it in cold water, it will lose heat. Suppose if its temperature, final temperature, if we are noting down, it comes down to 50 degrees Celsius. So obviously there is decrease in temperature. And how can we find this decrease in temperature? We will have to take initial temperature minus the final temperature. So initial was 100 minus final, that is 50, and the difference is going to be 50 degree Celsius. It is decrease in temperature. Similarly, heat gained by water, that is Q1, will be equal to mass of water, its specific heat, increase in its temperature. So again, mass M into C into delta T, that is change in temperature. We had taken the water at 20 degrees Celsius. Obviously, there will be rise in temperature. So increase in temperature or rise in temperature will be given by final minus initial temperature. Similarly, heat gained by calorimeter, that is Q2, will be equal to mass of calorimeter. Here we have copper vessel, its specific heat and increase in its temperature. Here also the calorimeter will show rise in temperature. So here also it will be final minus initial temperature. So using all this, we can have heat lost by hot object is equal to heat gained by the calorimeter plus heat gained by water. So we get the formula Q is equal to Q2 plus Q1. So using these equations, if the specific heat of water and calorimeter are known, the specific heat of the solid object can be calculated. So this is what is mixing method, and using the calorimeter we can determine the specific heat of substances. And this is the last topic that we were discussing, and I hope you have understood all the topics. I will also be sharing the question and answers of this lesson with you with this content also. And since your exams are approaching, you can complete the question and answers afterwards, but don't create a backlog. As soon as your exams are over, you must finish it off and focus on your exams, prepare well and give all the papers. So thank you for now, best of luck, and I will be sharing the question and answers also of the lesson. Thank you.